Aries, welcome back to my channel. Let's go ahead and jump straight into your reading and see what's going on. Let's start with this deck. Then we're going to get into my Halloween Oracle deck, and then we're going to pull some tarot cards, of course. But take what applies, leave the rest. If at any point you do want a personal reading, check out the information listed in the description. I will have my information below, my social medias, and definitely hit the subscribe button if you want to see future forecasts and also live shows where I take personal reading questions from you guys, okay? But let's go ahead and jump straight in. Aries, what are the messages they need to hear? Aries, what are the messages they need to hear at this moment? So we have new vitality. So with new vitality coming up here, when it comes to the driving force or the desire to get in tune with your creative gifts or the things that you love to do that give you a sense of inspiration and light a fire within you, this is what you guys are tapping into and needing to run full force with this. Okay, with you having a new sense of inspiration, excitement, desire, what exactly are you going to do with that? Are you going to bottle this energy up and deny yourself the chance of seeing what putting yourself out there could look like? Or are you going to take this energy and now apply yourself with a new perspective and a new set of steps being ordered for you in a sense? Okay, I also have relationship change here. It did show up in reverse. I don't really take these cards in reverse though, but I will take note of that. So with relationship change showing up, the message you need to hear is certain relationships around you beyond just romantic are needing to evolve. Now the dynamic behind it needs to change. You could have certain relationships where you're being taken advantage of, or you're fulfilling someone else's need and being thrown to the wayside, and it's a lack of equal give and take, or whatever the dynamic may be. There's a need for you to set clear boundaries, but also be aware of how the dynamics around some of these relationships that you have may need to change by you simply putting your foot down. Okay, and for some of you, this change means completely removing yourself from certain relationships or connections that just don't mean you any good. I also have nature. So nature did show up in reverse too, but I'm of course not going to take this card in reverse. But when was the last time you did connect with nature? When was the last time you allowed yourself to go out, be free of worry in terms of what you have to do later on in the day, and just allowed yourself to just be immersed in nature, in its comfort? Okay, also with this nature card showing up, the message here is to understand people's nature as well. Like a lot of times we take things personal, and you could have certain people in your life where you're taking things personal when if you knew their nature or human nature in general, you wouldn't necessarily take it so personal, and you would see that maybe it's a lack of it's a lack of knowing or ignorance that they may be having, or a lack of self-awareness in terms of how they're hurting you, for example. So maybe adopting a different perspective in terms of certain people around you. Okay, let's keep going. Yeah, some of you have been having a really hard time getting through a healing process. And like I said, if you knew this person's nature and human nature in general, you'll probably not see it as such a personal thing or something that's so devastating. Okay, so what is the message for my Aries they need to hear? I also have the Ghost, which represents regret. So I was kind of feeling that energy with the nature card here, but with the Ghost of regret showing up here, What could be haunting you, what could be plaguing you, what could be stopping you from doing the things that you truly want to do is the remembrance of the past and almost wanting to like repeat certain cycles to try to get things right when that's not necessarily going to change the past. If anything, learning from the patterns of the past and not holding yourself victim to the past is what's going to help you move forward. So if you are struggling with this energy of regret, what exactly do you regret and what exactly would it have changed when you're where you're supposed to be anyways? I also have cauldron. We have synergy and healing. So some of my Aries watching this, you are actually meant to be on this path of healing others or being a healer in some form. And the more that you get in tune with healing yourself and taking the time out to learn more about self and being self-aware, the better that you'll be able to heal others or connect with others. Let's keep going. I want to pull some tarot cards for you, Aries. What's the message my Aries need to hear in their spiritual team? So we have the Three of Cups. Again, be aware of who you're surrounding yourself around. Do you have maybe some social media friends that are maybe questionable, or social media period? Are you being distracted by the wrong social media accounts or the wrong information? Are you around people who are genuinely supportive of you, or people who aren't supportive and who only support you if your vision is like something that they relate to? The second that you start to evolve and grow, that's when you'll learn who is genuinely for you and who is genuinely supporting you through it all. Okay, also this is a card encouraging you to connect. If you've been scared to maybe connect with people, excuse me, if you've been scared to maybe connect with people because of, previous friendships that may have went awry or may have went left, that's not a reason to shut yourself off to the experience of what could be. I also have the Star card. So this speaks to healing again. I really feel like some of my Aries watching this video, you have a path that's specifically set out for you to be a healer in some form. And understand, being a healer isn't just being like a mystic. That's one way. You could be a healer in the form of a doctor, someone who heals people through their music, through their art, through their, pain, turning your trauma into art, or a form of expression is kind of what I'm meaning when I say healing. So take that when I say this, okay? And even when it comes to your divine purpose or plan, it's unfolding right before your eyes. You're right where you need to be in this current moment, Aries, is the reminder with this reading. I got the Page of Wands, and I also have the Eight of Pentacles. Nice. So again, take this inspiration, take this desire, take this energy that you have in channeling it into something new, something creative is what's going to get that excitement going for you guys, okay? And there could be some exciting news coming around work for you, okay? You could be leveling up there. The more effort and energy you're pouring into a business, the more progress you could be seeing as well. All right. Also, if there has been any anger issues or anything that has been bugging you energetically, you guys are really going to be taking the time out, or needing to take the time out if you're not, to work through that and to address it head on. Let's pull one last card for you, Aries, and then we'll be done. What's the final message for Aries? Final message. So we have cleaning house. So let's read this really quick. So the cleaning house card represents, it's a time to clean the clutter to make way for better things. When you see the cleaning house card in a reading, it's time to declutter your life, get rid of unwanted things in your physical home, and release what you no longer want or truly need. Is there unfinished business you should address? Thoughts, memories, and emotional baggage must be swept out of your house as well. You must be conscious and clear in order for you to freely move in the world. Excuse me. Celebrate a spring cleaning and feel the freedom as you make way for much better things. Look at what you've resisted discarding. If I can read, I don't know what's going on today. Look at what you've resisted discarding and be honest about its value. Be honest, clean house. I am so sorry, guys. That was like so difficult for me to read. I usually do not read like that. Anywho, with the cleaning house card showing up here, this is definitely a sign for you to clear out any unwanted energies around you, not just like your physical house, but literally around you. But when we're talking about like your physical surroundings, what exactly do you need to clear out and that you could be holding on to? Are you hoarding? Are you clinging on to certain items or certain beliefs in general that don't necessarily help you make space for new experiences? If so, that's something to address. But this is what I see. I hope that this was helpful and did give you insight, Aries, and I will see you in the next one.